In this video, I'm going to be ranking every single Invincible card from worst to best in NBA 2K23 My Team. Right now, we do have 21 total Invincible cards. As you guys can see, in Season 7, there's been 19 Invincibles, but then the other two are going to be T-Mac from Season 6. He was the only Invincible to drop in Season 6, and then also that Nikola Jokic, who doesn't have an actual Invincible card art, but he's got 55 Hall of Fame badges, pretty much 99 every single stat, so I'll be including him in this ranking as well. So the top, basically, well, it's all the Invincibles, 21 in the game, from who I think is the worst Invincible to who I think is the best. So let me know in the comment section down below before I get into my rankings. Let me know your guys' favorite Invincible and how many Invincibles you guys currently have in your collection or on your squad. But coming in at the number 21 spot, as much as I do like Russ, I think he's the worst Invincible card in the game. Really close between him and Curry for who's the worst. So I got Russ at 21, and then I do have Steph Curry at number 20. Both undersized point guards. Really fun point guards to use though. Russ is 6'3" at the point guard position, 6'7" wingspan. We know all these cards are going to have 99 every single stat, 55 Hall of Fame badges, and Russ does have not a terrible jump shot, and he does have really good dribble sigs, and he's really fun at slashing to the basket with. Like, if you want a rim running point guard, a guy that's going to be dunking the ball like crazy, he is really fun to use. I just think, in my opinion, going to be the worst Invincible. At the number 20 spot though is going to be Invincible Curry. I think he's just Russ, but really good at shooting threes, in the sense that another undersized point guard who's not going to be a great defender and going to get mashed and kind of just overpowered by those taller cards and taller point guards, but still a really fun point guard and a really fun card to use in game because of Steph Curry. I mean, who doesn't like using Curry cards in my team? He's still got that amazing fun jump shot, really good dribble sigs, and he feels unique to Steph Curry because all the other cards in my team feel like skins and clones, and they all feel like they have the OP jump shots. But then I feel like Curry actually feels like a Steph Curry card, and Russ does feel like a Russ card. So even though they're the two worst Invincibles in my opinion, I think they're actually really fun to use in game. And not to say that they're necessarily bad cards, I just think, you know, someone's got to be the worst Invincible in my team. At the number 19 spot though, I do have Invincible Dominique, a really good rim running point guard. He's 6'7" at the 1, 6'10" wingspan, not the best of jump shot in the world. I would say like he's just a taller Russell Westbrook because he's also got that Russ size up. He's got the Russ moving cross, so he's going to move very similar to a card like Russell Westbrook, and he's also amazing at getting downhill and get some of the best dunk packages in the game, and does have some okay defensive tendencies for Dominique Wilkins. So I think he's probably the 19th best Invincible, just a taller Russell Westbrook. At the number 18 spot is going to be Invincible Anthony Davis, a little bit undersized at power forward, only 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. He does kind of make up for that though with his defensive ability, and the animations that he gets on the defensive end are super overpowered. But the big flaw with Anthony Davis, besides his height, is probably this jump shot. I really wish they changed his release or maybe gave him a new base or a new upper, because then I feel like he'd be so much better as an Invincible card. But he's a little bit undersized at power forward, doesn't have the fastest or best jump shot in the game, so I do think he's going to be one of the weaker Invincibles. At the number 17 spot though, I got Invincible Zion, another kind of undersized card at small forward, but I do really like Zion. I think he's underrated at the small forward position. He's 6'7" at small forward, 6'10" wingspan, but he does have a really big player model in game, and I feel like he plays a little bit taller than 6'7", feels more like 6'8" or 6'9". He plays solid defense and still does have that very quick jump shot, and also great dribble sigs with his defensive size up and the Curry escape as well. Coming in at the number 16 spot though is going to be Invincible Kobe, a really fun point guard to use. He's 6'6" at the 1, 6'11" wingspan. I mean, it's Kobe Bryant. He's just going to be a fun card to use. Rest in peace to Mamba, man. He's got a decent jump shot, not the best of dribble sigs, like pretty good sigs with the Curry escape, but the Kobe size up, I'm just not that big of a fan of. So Kobe, really fun point guard. Just don't think he's going to be on the level of some of these other point guards, on this ranking. I think he's probably going to be one of the weaker ones besides Dominique, Curry, and Russell Westbrook. But at the number 15 spot is going to be Invincible Scottie Pippen, a 6'8" small forward shooting guard, 7-foot wingspan. And for the 15th best Invincible, I mean, he's really good. That means there's 14 better cards than Scottie Pippen. You can't really get too much better than Pippen at the shooting guard spot. He's an elite level defender on the perimeter with maxed out defensive stats, badges, and tendencies. He's also got a great catch and shoot jump shot on very quick timing. He's got some pretty good dribble sigs. He's just an all-around beast at the shooting guard spot. And then for the 14th best Invincible, once again, I think Nikola Jokic, yes, he doesn't have that player card art, of being an invincible. I think 2K was just lazy and didn't want to make him that invincible card art, which is kind of weird for the finals MVP. But yeah, he's basically an invincible. 55 Hall of Fame badges, which is what every single invincible has in the game. You guys can see they all come with 55 HOVs, and then he's pretty much got 97, 98, and 99 stats. So in that regards, he's basically an invincible. And then he still does have an elite level jump shot, right? He's got a pretty good release, Eric Paschal base, Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing. He's got a good jump shot, really solid dribble sigs for a 6'11" card. And yeah, I know his point guard card's a lot better because he can play point guard, but I still think that the power forward position is one of the better power forwards in the game and going to be the 14th best invincible card. At the number 13 spot is going to be Invincible Magic, just because of his size at point guard. 6'9", 7-foot wingspan, has an elite level player model. I'm not the biggest fan of his jump shot or the way the card moves in game. I feel like his jump shot's a little bit baited, and his dribble sigs, he doesn't feel that fast, even though he does have some good sigs with his Steve Francis size up and the John Wall escape. He's always had this weird running motion where I feel like he runs a lot slower in game than he should, but I still think he's the 13th best invincible, just mainly due to his size and his defense at the point guard position. At the number 12 spot though, I do have Invincible Giannis, a 6'11" power forward, small forward, 7'4" wingspan. A really good defender in game. That's probably the best thing about Giannis, is those defensive animations he gets. Like one of the most glitchy defenders in the game. Really versatile, able to really clamp up point guard, shooting guard, small forwards, power forwards, and can even hang with some of the smaller centers in the game, and does have some pretty good dribble sigs. But the main thing about Giannis is definitely going to be his defense. Coming in at the number 11 spot is going to be another Milwaukee Buck invincible, and that's going to be Invincible Kareem, a center power forward, 7'2" with a 7'5" wingspan. A very similar card to Giannis, just at power forward. Nice voice crack. They don't have the best of jump shots. Like, that's probably one of their bigger flaws, is their releases between Giannis and Kareem. But the thing they make up for with is their defense, their animations, and their versatility. I mean, Kareem, just like Giannis, can really guard every position in the game. And yeah, I think he's got a great player model as an invincible, and going to be the 11th best invincible in my team. Now, coming in at the number 10 spot, I do have Invincible Jason Tatum, a 6'8" small forward, 6'10" wingspan. I think this card's actually got a pretty good jump shot with the Montrezl Harrell base, Jason Tatum upper on very quick timing. He's got some really good dribble sigs as well, with the Derrick Rose size up, the Curry escape, aim behind the back. He feels super quick in game, ready to get into the basket, and also really good defensive tendencies. Now coming in at the number 9 spot though, I do have Invincible LaMelo, 6'7" at point guard, 6'10" wingspan, a really good jump shot for LaMelo. That's probably the best thing about this card, because I feel like his sigs really aren't that good. I mean, like, sigs on paper are pretty good for LaMelo, but he doesn't move that quick in games. I feel like if he had some better sigs and was maybe a little bit better of a defender, he could be higher on this list. And that's why I do have MJ at the number 8 spot, because I feel like compared to LaMelo, he moves a lot quicker in game with the Steve Francis size up, the Trey escape, aim behind the back, but it's not really his sigs. It's just the way that LaMelo moves in game feels a little bit slow. I think MJ's also way better attacking the basket, better dunking animations, and is also a better defender. Coming in at the number 7 spot, I do have Invincible Carmelo, 6'8" at shooting guard, 7 foot wingspan, a really good offensive shooting guard on paper. He's got such a quick jump shot. He's got great dribble sigs with the Steve Francis size up, Trey escape, aim behind the back. He's got quick drops off 1 and does have front clutches as well. So yeah, I do got Tatum at 10, LaMelo at 9, MJ at 8, and then Carmelo Anthony at 7. At the number 6 spot is going to be Invincible Larry Bird, a 6'9" small forward, 7 foot wingspan, and they really did juice up Larry Bird, giving him the Eric Paschal base, Kevin Love upper on very quick timing, and then he also does have some great dribble sigs, some of the best in the game with the Steve Francis size up and the Curry escape. And one of the best things about Larry Bird is probably actually his defensive tendencies. Like, they gave him maxed out all at 100 to 100 block shot, contest shot, on ball steal, and pass interception, and I do think he's the 6th best invincible currently in the game. At the number 5 spot, I do have Kawhi Leonard, a 6'7" shooting guard, 7'3" wingspan. I think is one of the more slept on invincible cards in the game. A really good defender, especially on the perimeter. He gets some of the best defensive animations on the perimeter, and he does have a way better jump shot than he first did when he dropped on the database, because they had him with the Kawhi base and the Kawhi upper, but then eventually they changed it and gave him the KCP base, which is so much better for the card. And then he also does have this Steve Francis size up and the John Wall escape. So I think all around is the 5th best Invincible. At the number 4 spot, I got LeBron, really good defender at shooting guard, 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan, and that's one of the best things about LeBron at the shooting guard position, is because he can really, overpower a lot of shooting guards with his defense, his player model, his size, and I actually don't mind his jump shot. I feel like it's pretty solid, and yeah, I do think LeBron one of the best Invincibles. At the number 3 spot, gonna be Tingus Pingus, Invincible Kristaps, a 7'3" power forward, 7'6" wingspan, still one of the best poppers in the game, great jump shot, can now actually move a little bit, compared to his previous Dark Matter version, and yeah, just super overpowered. And then for number 2 and number 1, this one really comes down to preference. We got Invincible T-Mac at number 2, and then Invincible Shaq at number 1, but like I said, guys, that one just comes down to preference. I like Shaq a little bit more just because of his player model and his size at the power forward spot, and the fact that Shaq now does have a way better jump shot. So yeah, guys, that's going to be me ranking every single Invincible card in the game right now from worst all the way to best. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my rankings? And like I said earlier, let me know how many Invincibles you guys currently have in your collection, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.